I'm going to try to recap a new show. I don't know how I feel about it yet. It's the House of DVF, which stands for Diane von Furstenberg, Season 1, Episode 1, Fashion 101. Lots of ones. Diane von Furstenberg is fabulous. She is amazing. She held sort of the record for being the guest judge on every season of Project Runway. I don't believe that's still true. I know that it was true at some point, like 8 seasons in. I don't know that that is still the case anymore, but she's amazing. She was a judge on a show. I can't remember what it was. Like All on the Line or something. One of the like Project Runway like spin-off kind of shows where they tried to do it again, but it didn't quite work. Anyway, she's amazing, and they are doing a competition reality show. 10 girls. They have spots for 8 of them. One of them is trying to win the job of brand ambassador. So I was a little confused about that. I asked my friend, and she goes, Diane von Furstenberg's her own brand ambassador, which is like, oh, you know, she is pretty fabulous. But normally a brand ambassador is, you know, someone who wears the clothes and kind of speaks for the brand and the feeling like that. So, I'm a little confused because I thought they were competing for this job. But then at the end of the episode, Diane's like, will any of these women be the brand ambassador? I don't know. And I'm like, oh. So maybe they just get to the end of the episode, the end of the season, and she's like, no, thank you. So we meet all 10 girls, and then we basically only see 4 of them ever again. Based on what I saw this episode, I wouldn't hire any of them. Like, I worked at a university for years, and one of my jobs was to hire TAs, which is a pretty low-profile job. They do my grading. They'd help out with people. Oh, here comes a tractor. They would help out with students and stuff like that. And it's not a real high-pressure job. And still, I don't know if I would hire any of these girls. They're just, they have a crier, and they have the bitch who wants everyone to know that she's a bitch because she thinks that makes her, I guess, corporate. The girl who's totally fabulous and wants everyone to know how fabulous she is, so she talks loudly on her phone and brags about her wardrobe. The whole shebang. I think there's a couple girls in there that can do a good job. We just haven't seen them yet. That's very typical of a competition reality show. So they're given kind of they don't meet DVF at first. They meet a couple of the gals that work in there who look pretty awesome. And they kind of bring them into like their showroom, and everyone's like trying everything on. And I kind of feel for them, because when you're on a reality show, it's not like the reality shows have been around for like forever. If you read the history of them, some of the first TV shows were reality shows. But especially now, there's a certain expectation that you're supposed to do stuff. Like, if the cameras are on you, you should be doing something. So they're in this room waiting for the people to come meet them, so they do stuff. Would they have done it if there weren't cameras on them? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they would have just sat down and waited and played on their phone. Anyway, they're all given assignments. There's the DVF Awards at the UN. They're all given kind of like jobs. They're kind of weird. I think it's a little difficult because the expectations of them were kind of unclear. Like, if you work for the buffet, do you stand at the buffet? Do you leave the buffet? Do you help people? What's that? One girl was given the job of Instagram, but her phone was dead. And they're like, well, you're unprepared. And I'm kind of like, well, yeah, but if I wasn't in a reality show for Diane von Furstenberg, I don't know that I would think I need to be prepared by having my phone charged, especially because they yelled at another girl for looking at her, not yelled, but, was like, that's inappropriate, and I agree, because she looked at her phone while they were there. And normally you're not even allowed to have your phone during a competition show. So all the rules are weird. Anyway, this one girl, Rihanna, the entitled one, she has some sort of a panic attack or something. And the smartest girl in the whole group was the one who like came out of the bathroom and is like, she's in there huffing and puffing, and then got out of there. I'm like, that's a smart chick. That's the one. That's you just need to stay away from the drama. You need to be like, I don't know what happened. I was busy doing my job. Anyway, and someone asked her if she was on something, which I need to defend as a totally legitimate question. there's a lot, I mean, there's a lot of things you can be on that would affect you. I think she had a panic attack based on my total non-doctor thing, but she was huffing and puffing, she was breathing, she sounded like she was having a panic attack. She couldn't catch her breath. She thought she was dehydrated, which could bring on a panic attack, but to me it didn't look like just she wasn't feeling well and had to lay down. But I'm no doctor, but asking her if she's on something is a lot of legitimate, non-illegal things. She could be cold medicine you could have a bad reaction to. I don't know, Benadryl, I don't know. Diet pills would definitely do it. I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking. Prescription medication that she is legally taking could have this effect if she has been not getting enough sleep or whatever. So they kind of made a big deal out of that question, and I was like, to me it's a legitimate question. You know, have you taken anything that could cause, have you ate or drank anything that could cause this reaction? Because if so, you know, tell the paramedics, you know, I took some diet pills earlier. Now I feel lightheaded and can't catch my breath. I don't know. Anyway, the next day they kind of do the what happened, and everyone's like pointing fingers at each other, and there's a lot of people we don't see anything from, and they're probably ones that we will see all the way to the end. Anyway, that was Rihanna. Diane meets one-on-one with each of the girls, and when she meets Rihanna, she just says, you know, you're kind of entitled. This isn't gonna work, and sends her home. I was like, dang. I'm kind of surprised because she was drama and a half. And then they get down to the buffet, and there was the two girls. That one was like, she wasn't quite like, I'm too good for this, but she kind of was, and she was kind of bitter. And then the other girl was the one who was like, oh, she's not doing anything, and I'm not going to loan you my phone, and yes, I'm a bitch, and I know it. It's like, you don't have to, I don't know. I don't want to get into the whole, like, if a guy did it, would it be different? I don't know. She kind of rubbed me the wrong way. She seemed difficult. But anyway, in the end, it was down to the two of them. And the blonde bitch, for lack of a better term, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you watch this, but that's kind of how she's referring to herself. She did her job. Coco at the buffet did not. And so Coco was sent home. I don't have an opinion because I don't know who any of these people are. Anyway, it seems like a fun show. I love Diane von Furstenberg, so I really hope it's a good show. And I'd love to see, I would prefer a show about her brand and the people that work with her, like a Kelly Catrone or a Rachel Zoe show, but nobody asked me my opinion. So I guess in lieu of that, I'll watch this show. Anyway, Cooper, do you want to say goodbye?